Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Starting XP presenting the Masquerade Camarilla side, the episode DOA. I am joined by the usual suspects. How's it going, guys? So, we were just about to go into the game, and then Derek pointed out that I should probably be recording for this next part. So, yeah, great. So we're going to do that. So, we begin at the Coterie Haven. What compels Reggie? Like, is it just sitting there in front of everyone? Is it like on a desk somewhere? Is it in your office? Where is this?
It's locked in a fridge.
It's in a fridge. Okay. Is it in the same fridge that you have like the alchemical stuff in there too?
No.
No? Okay.
No, that stuff's in like a little chemistry fridge.
Okay.
This one's in like a food fridge, but it's locked.
Okay.
Has a sign on it that says, don't eat food that anyone else has put their name on. You know, like businesses do.
Like businesses do. Okay, so what compels you to eat this random sorted vampire fruit?
Okay, so Reggie already knows obfuscate. He has learned it in the past.
Mm-hmm.
He understands that in order to improve his mastery of obfuscate, he has to drink blood of the appropriate
Sect or the clan.
It doesn't have to be from the clan. I said the resonance.
Resonance, yes.
But because he's a Vintru, like, I can't just go around and find somebody with the resonance and drink their blood because they have to hit my clan bane.
Mm-hmm.
So instead, he's got a Nosferatu infused blood peach.
Okay.
Sitting in his fridge. Nosferatu have obfuscate in clan. So the secret's right there. It's right there in the blood.
It's right.
I just have to eat the peach.
You just got to eat a strange food.
It's obviously meant as some kind of reward for helping out the crazy Nosferatu.
Crazy.
That's very true.
So he doesn't really fear there's any chance of like massively negative side effects.
Okay.
So, what the hell? Eat the peach.
Okay, so do you partake in the blush of hell? Do you eat food, or are you like gone total kindred? Like you don't eat food, you don't have sex, you don't do anything that is like.
Well, I'm Humanity 5, so I actually can't enjoy most of that stuff. Even if I do the rouse check to appear human, I no longer get any gratification or satisfaction out of it.
Yeah,
but I'm also not so low that I like. Don't remember. I'm not so old that I don't remember it. So, like, I don't go around and do it, but I'm also not like, this is icky. It's just, I don't get anything from it anymore.
Yeah.
Other than maybe, like, a moment of nostalgia.
A moment of nostalgia.
Uh-oh.
You know, you definitely miss Caesar's Palace's, triple, buffet and lobster, and those are the times.
Lobster and steak and having a showgirl on each arm. Yeah.
So you're looking at the peach. It's bright red with a little white tip at the bottom. It's in like a nice velvet, sort of stand, and has like the gold pieces and the incense. And you just take it and you take a bite.
Yeah.
Okay. So almost out of instinct, when you try to bite, it's not like I'm gonna eat the peach. It's suck,
yeah.
like somebody's neck, because it's that juicy. It's like biting in to, like, it's like the very first time, man. It's like the very first time, all over again.
Feels like the first time.
And you feel this rush of.
Oh, it's going to be concentrated, isn't it? It's going to have one of them super fancy traits.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You just feel a rush of adrenaline, and you feel like a sense of stoic nobility, and you feel like it's it's like stirring something. It's not the blood. It's stirring something inside of you. Like it is. It is like making your connection to your bloodline and to your clan stronger. And you feel like, and like immediately when you take your mouth off it, it just withers. It totally dries up to a raisin. And then the seed kind of like pops out of it. And the seed is also discolored and has some weird property to it.
It's beating.
And you basically can get any ray of gambit of the resonance except for anything that is negative. So you can't have like psychotic, you can't have depressing, you can't have, what was the other one? What was the other one? Everything that like La Sombra need, basically. It's like their fucking like requirements for like their blood resonance to get bonus traits. But also you feel this like you live the ages of your bloodline through this bite. All the way to the man himself. Ventru, like the man. You feel like you have like a sense of oneness with him at that one particular moment, like you are instilled. So the effects are for the rest of the month. So starting May, so this is the first week in May, you get an extra dice when activating blood potency powers. So basically, the problem is that anytime you suffer Bane severity, you gain an additional Bane severity because you are a super venture right now.
Okay.
And when you have to make a rouse check, you roll twice, and it's like taking advantage in D&D. You take the better of the two.
One.
You take the better one of the two.
Yeah.
What is this? So now he's still. Now he'll never fail a fucking clear check.
You are like you, and you're just like, oh fuck.
Am I in there with him, or because it's the coterie, right?
Yeah, it's a coterie. I mean, he just opens up the fridge that he owns.
He's just there by himself.
Well, no, like how would you? How would Reggie emote that? Do you do like a comical like Vegas like sort of like stumble back and like hold your heart
he closes his eyes and looks up and is like, "Yeah, baby, that's the stuff."
like he just injected some heroin and he's just like,
No. It's like it's the 1950s, and he just discovered weed for the first time.
yeah.
I was thinking one of those like the weightlifters from the 1930s where they're just wearing the black one piece and have the crazy mustache and all that, and they're just like, I say we're going to be lifting these dumbbells,
Yeah. So for the rest of the month until June, you roll advantage. Basically, you roll advantage on your rouse check. You get it. You get an extra dice for your powers, essentially, when you're activating any power. But you suffer double Bane severity. And you have the gambit of the residence that is required to learn a discipline.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
And then you get uncontrollable diarrhea. He didn't tell you that. That's in the fine print.
No. No.
And you check.
But
so
your all that's left is like
marks.
a supernaturally dried peach. So almost like a raisin. And then the seed just sort of popped out as you were draining it.
The stone?
Yeah, the stone.
All right, well, we're going to have to find a place to plant the stone.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can get a creepy blood tree.
Creepy blood tree.
Yeah, share. I thought Sharon was caring. Done with this coterie. I hate my parents. Fuck you, Dad.
Transitioning over to the bar.
The bar.
The ba. So with that lump sum of change that you got from the last session, Rufus was able to actually hire some steady hands while you were out, when you're sleeping during the day, and it's shaping up pretty well. He's definitely adding in some modern accoutrements. Like one thing he complains about, he'll be like, Deck, you gotta understand, these bikers, they gotta keep up with the social medias. They want Wi-Fi. We need to put in Wi-Fi. They gotta check in on their social media groups. They have like biker gangs. There's this whole app thing. Yeah, it's sort of weird, but that's how they stay connected.
The fuck is Wi-Fi?
It's it's like Star Trek type shit. Like
we flying through space and shit?
No. Like like your data pad that you have, a phone. Do you have a cell phone?
I have a phone. What the fuck is Wi-Fi?
So he takes the phone and he presses a bunch of buttons, and then he's like, beep, and then it's like connected to Ethel's Wi-Fi, and he's like, so you know like the video chat when you enjoy or having your little video chats, you know how it's all laggy and sometimes you don't really hear her. Yeah, those chats are now going to be a lot clearer. And that's pretty much it on your end. I don't know what else. Do you look up porn? Do you do porn?
No.
Okay. Well, oh my god. I totally forgot this entire time. And he grabs your phone and he downloads something. He's like, so this is called eBay. You know, all the time you're going to the junkyard looking for that part? Yeah, you don't have to do that anymore. You just go on eBay and you just look up what you want to buy and it's there. Some schmuck puts it online and then you just mail it to the bar.
But I can go get it now.
Well, I'm just trying to help you, Deck.
Then again,
thanks. I guess. I gotta fucking worry about this shit.
I know there's some sort of ban on technology when it comes to your guys' whole lifestyle, but I mean, the business is a business, man, and we need to, accommodate the customers.
Fuck happened to flip phones? Jeez.
Fuck.
Whatever. All right. Thanks.
So it's pretty much up and running now with that, that 5,000 that you just got handed to you. Pretty much the repairs, unless you specifically want certain things to be changed, just the basic repair on the back of Ethel's, the main dining / bar area, the new bar stools, everything has been pretty much repaired and replaced. The new glass for the windows, stuff like that.
Well, now I have nothing to do.
You can go work on your bike.
Yeah. I'll be in the back.
Okay. So Tony, you get a call, and it's from Chad.
Oh, great! My favorite guy.
Yeah.
My favorite vegan.
Weightlifting. He's pretty bro-ish. Super bro-ish. Hella bro-ish.
Sup, bro?
Sup? Hey, what's going on, dude?
I don't know. You tell me. You call me, bro.
So, having a little get together tonight. Thought maybe you and maybe a few of your associates that want in on the ground game. We're trying to, establish some clientele with some media companies that are doing, they film fucking Westworld out here in like the sticks. Like, it's fucking crazy. So like all these massive media companies are like coming in here and they're wanting to like, you know, advertise extras and do like site locations, and they're throwing big bucks, man. So I figure since you're in, you know, real estate and property development, that you might want in on this little lucrative opportunity. I'm going to get my fair share, like, because, you know, we're partners in this, right?
Sure, yeah.
All right, awesome. So, like, it's at the Stockdale Country Club. I'll give you the invite. Do you have an email that I can send you? Like, so, because you got to, like, scan. It's more of a private event. Like, some big Hollywood types are going to be there.
Sure, yeah, of course.
Okay.
In this day and age?
Mm-hmm. And feel free to bring whoever. I mean, more the merrier. Like I said, my family, your family, we're all family. And so we can definitely take advantage of these Hollywood fucks.
All right. That's one way to put it.
All right. Just go ahead and send me the deets to the text, and then I'll send you the invite.
Okay.
All right. Hangs up.
What a tool. So yeah, I'll call up my homies, my coterie.
Okay. Well, Reggie's there.
All right. Hey Reggie, you want to go to a party? You all right?
Why would we? Why would we go to a party?
Apparently, there's some big schmuckety schmucks there that we can fucking schmooze to get some shit done. I don't know. I mean, you like parties, right? Right?
I like running parties.
Oh.
The problem with going to somebody's party is that you have to do whatever it is they have set up to do. Also, you know, we stick out.
Well, mainly you.
No, I mean, our kind stick out. We spend that much time around people. They get the weird heebie-jeebies. I mean, there's only so much makeup can do to hide the fact we're dead. So unless you want to burn the blood to keep your heart beating and keep yourself breathing.
I don't know. It seemed like a good thing. Now you're making me all freaking... You're making me think about it now.
Although they're good places to find discretia.
Just what?
You drink from bags, right?
Hell yeah.
You get your stuff on delivery? Yeah, so you wouldn't know. But, like, people who have, like, a certain emotional whatever, it gets real strong.
And then you drink that. And
the stronger it is, the more it does for you. But, right, like, so if you get somebody who's got, like, say, a lot of, like, fire in their blood, you know, it'll make your physical discipline stronger. You get somebody who's really, like down on themselves, you know, it makes it easier to, like, dominate people. Past that, if they're super acute, if they have a super ton, they get this stuff called dyscrasia, which is kind of like doing drugs, you know, for vampires.
sounds sweet. I'll just stick to bags.
I'll stick to bags.
I mean,
speaking of which,
it can be one of those things that they can give you a boost, especially when you're, you know, young.
Speaking of which, are we making our hunger checks real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead and everybody make a rouse check. Dan, you roll 2, keep the highest. All right, Derek, you got to feed. Tony, you don't got to feed.
Wait a minute,
I
don't
rolled
I
a
have herd?
critical.
Don't I have herd?
Do you have herd?
Yeah, because of descendant of Xavier. Right?
I think so. Let me see.
I should.
I think you have access to that, but let's see.
I don't think we actually distributed those points.
Yeah, Descend of Helena. Where is it? There it is. You have that. Loyal Hound.
I think it's like 2
you get 4 dots. Basically, you have Domain 4.
Okay.
Because you have basically Lake Ming, Hard Park, Kern River Valley, Kern Canyon. That's a huge ass territory. That is the Gangrel domain. That is yours. Well, technically, it's the highest ranking Gangrel. Since you don't have a Primogen, it's technically Luna, but Luna's not gonna fuck with your territory because you share it. You're clan Gangrel. You both share it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna fucking get herd.
Okay. So you're gonna who's your herd? Like your ex-biker buddies, or
my ex? No, because those my ex buddies are like, dead.
Yeah, they're all dead, except for Rufus.
Or infected.
Rufus is not dead.
Oh, come on. What page is it on?
Herd is on page.
No. The descendant of Xavier.
Oh, it's on 406.
406.
Yeah, it says.
Oh, I'm in the Camarilla book. That's why. Duh.
Yeah. It says you can distribute among domain, herd, and status. You have 4 dots.
406. There it is.
But to have such a huge domain, you have to have that 4 dots dedicated to domain.
Yeah. Domain, herd, and status.
Yeah. And the Gangrel.
I guess we can do just domain 2, herd 1, status 1.
Okay. So
I'll type that somewhere. But I got herd. So.
Okay. So that means you can just feed from your herd, but I think you just get a additional roll. Let me check.
Is that all it means?
Let me just double check. Herd. I should know this by now. Just because I'm used.
They've changed the rules a lot in this game or in this edition. So.
Okay. 1 to 3 vassals, random resonance with no discras. How do you pronounce it, Dan? Discrasius?
Dyscrasia.
Dyscrasia. Yeah, with no dyscrasia. So you basically.
So it's no additional roll or anything. It's just it.
You can't. Okay, so if you want a specific, it says victim. Yep. It says one specific victim. You have to roll your manipulation insight in order to. If you want a specific residence to feed off your retainer or your herd.
Yeah, and you need specific resonances to learn new disciplines, even like ones that are inherent to you as whatever you are. You have to have the right resonance. And then you can't get dyscrasia, which are like there are 2 levels of dyscrasia. One gives you a bonus dice for powers, and then the other one's like a drug for vampires.
Yeah. That peach basically gave you dyscrasia. For the most part.
Yeah, I'm not picky about the resonance, so.
Okay.
You also need like dyscrasia and temperament for thin blood alchemy. If you ever decide to make a thin blood in the future.
He's Ted Gen. He can't make a thin blood anytime soon.
Well, not this character, but like if Derek ever chooses to make one in the future, that's the other reason herd is iffy.
That's why, an aside, playing Thin Bloods is playing Vampire the Masquerade on hard mode, and their power, Thin Blood Alchemy, is fucking hard as hell too. It's a hard ass power. Aside, done.
And they don't have the blood potency to easily identify dyscrasia, so they have to go and drink from people.
Yeah. To
find it, they can't. Yeah. They don't have the blood potency to get the upwelling to be like, I can smell your temperament.
White Wolf, if you're watching, fix Thin Bloods. Please fix them.
I don't know, though. Thin Blood Alchemy, though, is fucking badass once you have the resources to do it, though.
Yeah, but it's hard. It's playing the game on hard mode, basically.
No, you're hard.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the
Yeah, I'm not picky about the residents, so.
Okay, so you just get you lower your hunger die.
To 1?
Yeah.
I'm at 2. Do I still roll?
Well, you rolled and you succeeded. So if you're
And I
still
gotta-
if you're still at 2, you have to attempt to make another feeding check, but that will be like a side scene.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, if your blood potency's under 2, go eat a rat.
Yeah.
You just need a rat.
So you don't gain a rouse, but you can call your buddy and see if he has
More blood.
more blood.
Do you have iron gullet out of curiosity?
Yes, I have 3.
Okay, so then it doesn't matter where the blood comes from.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give me a wit streetwise to call up the homie. So 1 success or 2. What? That's weird. It says a 4 and an 8, right? Am I reading that right?
I don't know. Let me go over there.
Yeah, that says 4 or 8.
Why would it say 2 successes?
I see. No, it's 1 in hunger and 1 from normal dice,
Okay.
which the normal die was a 6.
Okay.
So the hunger die. Oh, okay. All right.
So it has 2 successes total.
Yeah.
It just only shows the roll from the hunger dice for some reason.
Okay. So you lower your hunger dice by 1. You call up the homie, and he's like, "Hey, man, we gotta talk."
I don't like talking. I don't like this. What are you, my dad?
No, so like some strange shit. So normally, I take care of the van, I clean it up, what have you, right? Well, there's these 3 wackos start harassing me there in the night, telling me that if I notice anything strange about, people asking me, calling me up for favors regarding this blood bank van. And so obviously I didn't say shit because you play me well, but like, I don't know. They seem very countrified.
Uh-oh. That is not good. Holy shit.
Like, what are these like bounty hunters or something? Like, are you a serial killer? Are you like into like blood fetish type shit? Like, I had my suspicions, man. I had my suspicions, but like
more like some very, very unpaid debts.
Unpaid debts?
Yes, I'd stay very far away from these people. And fuck. Holy shit. Did you get their names?
No, they didn't give me a name. They just said they threatened me, saying that I was the reason why, America was falling apart because I'm taking things that are sacred to the living and I'm pawning it off. And I was like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So clearly,
God.
they were definitely some right-wing Bible thumping motherfuckers, though.
Did they look? Oh no! Did they look like they were from out of town?
Dude, it's Bakersfield. They look like they fit right in. They look like a bunch of hicks.
Shit.
But
That's not good.
I'm just letting you know, man, that they're whoever these guys, if they're looking for you, I want no part of it. I thought this whole arrangement was a little weird to begin with, but if there's something else going on, something more illegal that I shouldn't be doing, then we're gonna have to like cut ties, man.
More illegal? What's illegal about selling blood?
There's a consent.
Exactly.
It's highly illegal. It's not.
Oh, come on.
Whatever, dude. Just
it's moral relativity.
Here, here's the stock as usual. I don't know if you're like if you're doing like some sort of experimentation. I don't know what the fuck you're doing with this shit. But here, take it, give me my money, and then we can go our separate ways. All right?
That's good. Yes.
All right. So I just thought I'd give you a heads up.
All right.
So you hand him the money. He gives you the, basically like a medical baggie, and it's filled with like 2, actual like blood packs.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, "All right, I gotta go."
All right. Masquerade, kid.
Okay.
Oh boy. Well, that might be a problem.
That might be a problem.
Yeah. Can I ask Reggie about him?
Go right ahead.
Reggie, do you know anything about Bible thumpers? Talking about selling sacred blood and being angry?
Well, kid, I'm in the sex trade. There ain't nobody who hates me as much as Bible thumpers. But I don't buy blood. I don't use blood. If we need blood for something, we give fake blood or pig's blood. Like,
You could do that?
yeah, it's what all the productions do.
Hmm.
But if you're drinking the bag stuff and they're looking for people buying the bag stuff, who knows you drink the bag stuff?
Nobody. They just know that I buy it.
Well, no, that means they know somebody is buying it.
Yeah.
Do you know these Bible thumpers?
No. Just the contact told me about them.
All right. So there's 2 options. One, they think they're like satanic cults running around, which could be. My clubs have been accused of that more than 3,000 or 4,000 times.
Mhm.
Or 2, they think there are vampires running around. Neither of which we want them to think applies to you. So you probably need a new way to get blood for a while. And we definitely need to see if we can figure out who these yahoos are and either point them somewhere else or get rid of them.
Or unalive them.
The problem with unaliving people who are looking for people like us is it makes it look like people like us found them.
Hmm.
Or they found people like us and got in over their heads, which if they're talking to other people looking for people like us, that means more people come and look for us. So if we make them unalive, we have to lure them very, very far away first.
Very, very far away.
Or into the territory of people we don't like. But even that's dangerous because when people come looking for those people, they can off them in our territory because if we don't like them, they probably don't like us. And that just becomes a big game. It's better to divert. So you need to figure out how they found out about your supply. So ask your guy who else has been buying his blood.
I doubt he'd tell me because, he didn't tell them about me, so it's kind of like a confidentiality thing.
Pay him.
Oh.
He's obviously okay with breaking moral code for money. Give him money. Didn't you just get a lot of money from, purging ancient asylum ward thing?
I did, but I think Deck got more than me. Didn't even do anything.
This is true, but Deck has to fix a very expensive bar, or some very angry bikers are going to find their way into town and make some trouble. So,
All right. Well, I'll call the guy later. I gotta situate all this shit. So, anyways, yeah. What's Deck doing?
probably working on his bar. But if you want to go to this party, then we need to take Deck. We ought to take Deck along.
Hell yeah.
Just to make sure you don't do anything too
Crazy.
Oh, and we should definitely take Joy because she's hot and doesn't look like a vampire, so she'll grab all the attention.
You get a call, Dan.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. From who?
What do you label Bruno as?
Which one is Bruno? Oh,
Uh,
uh,
what is it
yeah.
called? A
it'll yeah.
Goomba 1.
County morgue.
County Morgue.
Bad news on a Friday.
Hey, Bruno.
Ciao. Or how's it going?
It's going.
It's going. So
Apparently,
I did clean out the garden. I want to make a deal with you.
okay. What kind of deal?
So I know you're not. You're a little bit on the thin skin as Ventru. I can see it. I can tell by your mannerisms when we were hanging out. You don't particularly like the things I do. But, like any decent businessman, I'm assuming you have some price. And I'm willing to pay a price for something. Now, this is not my jurisdiction. And I don't think this is even your jurisdiction. But this because this is kind of we're working in the nebulous. We just solved a really bad ghost problem. All right.
All right.
So remember that ritual I did with the children's skull?
Yeah.
Well, guess how many bodies are buried in that garden?
Hundreds.
Not hundreds. That's crazy. No,
Well,
about half a dozen or so.
okay.
Now, getting the components for our rituals, they're gruesome. I'm not gonna lie. They're inhumane as fuck. But these bodies are already dead, and they were murder victims.
All right. I get what you're going here. Here's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Those bodies, right?
Mm-hmm.
They left behind some ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
You know how I was able to get you out of your specter-infused hellhole?
Mm-hmm.
It was because those ghosts helped us out. I promised them I'd do what I could for them, so they need to be buried safely in hallowed ground.
Okay.
As any good businessman, I keep my end of bargains.
Now, if this was about 10 years ago, I would say you're crazy and that, ghosts should not be negotiated with. But seeing how things have changed, I'll honor it. I understand it would really be a greater boon to me, but since we're both businessmen, I respect your deal with the ghosts.
I appreciate that.
Okay. So I guess that's it. I mean,
But okay. But you were saying ritual components. You need murder victims.
well, I need like infant murder victims.
Oh,
Not children. Children.
I was gonna say I might be able to find you 4 bodies, but
4 bodies.
they ain't children.
Well,
Yeah, some people have been sniffing around the blood banks asking about people buying blood from the blood banks and such. If you know what I mean. That never bodes well.
Who's stupid enough to do that these days?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably neonates. But if they're looking, I mean, it might not even be anybody. But if they're looking, then that always means there's a chance they'll find anybody who does something dumb. So
Mhm.
it's better to find them first.
So you want these people to disappear?
Well, no, I was just thinking if you need murder bodies, I could, get you some bodies.
Well, bodies are bodies at the end of the day, man. I'll take whatever I can get.
All right. Well, if I wind up having to troubleshoot these people, I'll let you know.
Troubleshoot. I like that. All right, Reggie. It was great doing business with you.
Yeah, you too, Bruno.
All right. Ciao. Click.
Ciao. Fuck, I hate the Giovanni.
Who was that? Was that
Bruno.
Yay?
You know those bodies we found in the garden?
Yeah.
He wanted to use them to fuel more crazy ass rituals.
Why?
Because it's easier, I guess, than killing some babies. Is to just take babies somebody else horribly killed.
What is it with these fucking rituals?
So I'm saying necromancy is fucked up. That's why nobody likes necromancers. That's why the Giovannis ate in the cam. It's why all the other necromancers ate in the cam. Like, I mean, thaumaturgy's weird, but at the end of the day, they wiggle their fingers and throw a fireball, and that's crazy, but it doesn't involve, I don't know, slaughtering infants.
That you know of.
Uh-oh.
That was way more ominous than it needed to be. If I find out thaumaturgists are slaughtering infants, they're going on the list too.
It's a baby killing bonanza.
Be like, no wonder infant mortality's so crazy high in this city. Here I was thinking it was the air quality. Time to off some vampires.
Outraged.
Anyways, so I'm assuming you're calling Deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Damn it! I was buying something on eBay.
Gotta act all cool.
What's up?
Hey, Dak, what you doing?
I was trying to buy some spark plugs until you called.
Sounds like you're not busy.
Nope. Totally free.
You want to go to a get-together? It's apparently some upper echelon Hollywood elites or some shit that we can manipulate, you know. Fun stuff.
I hate those schmoozy assholes.
I know, right? I prefer ground level. But yeah, you're cordially invited.
All right, where?
Some kind of country club. I'll send you the
Oh,
deets.
the Rio Bravo area?
No, it's Stockdale.
Oh, Stockdale. Okay.
Stockdale.
All right.
Cool. You're my +1. I don't know if Reggie's going or not. I
Okay.
hope he is.
You say don't care. Whatever, I ate the peach, you whore.
I mean, I could just make up some mumbo jumbo about him being my fucking sensei or something, so he doesn't have to touch people. You know, cold hands and all.
Right.
He doesn't want to get bad key, bro. Don't touch him.
Bad key.
All right, well,
Fucking idiots will suck it up. Anyways, yeah.
I'll head over.
Cool. See you,
All right.
Reggie. Deck's down.
You see Rufus going like, what's all that about, Chief?
I apparently got to go to a party over in Stockdale.
Oh, but you gonna be making money? Are you
I don't know.
bodyguarding? Like what? Like you don't really.
I don't even know.
And then you see kind of Joy kind of pop in. She's like, you don't really look like you're gonna be dressed to go to a banquet like that.
At this point, I'm going to turn to Tony and be like, you told him to bring Joy, right?
Oh, shit. No.
The whole point is she's supposed to detract from, you know, you guys.
I'll text him. Bring joy. Not the emotion.
I guess you're coming with Joy.
Oh, okay. Well, if I'm going, you're not dressing like that.
Uh-huh.
I don't have anything else.
Well, I will find something for you. Let's see. I did bring. She kind of examines you a little bit. She's like, "Yeah, you're kind of his body type. Hold on." And she like goes.
Who's body type?
Who else? And she
I
like
look at Rufus.
Rufus is like 100% dad bod.
I know.
He has dad bod 100%. If there's a way, I'm proud of my NPC picture I chose for Rufus.
Oh, this better not be Wyatt's clothes.
And it's why it's close.
Son of a bitch.
You yeed your last time.
One night of this.
So she pulls out like a trunk full of like a bunch of like personal like gear, like probably notes and stuff, and she pulls out like a dress shirt and like some pants and some dress shoes. It's like, I think he wore this to court once. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wore this to court once. And then he's like, "Oh, his ties were ugly though. We won't put you up in a tie, but go try those on."
Fine.
Mm-hmm. No leather.
One night. You get one night.
No leather.
No leather.
What?
No leather.
He's like, damn,
You
I
better
wanted
not
to
be
rock my
Gangrel.
skull and
Swear
crossbones
to God.
leather
I swear
belt.
to God, if there's more Gangrel over there,
Okay. So
I go try it on.
you try it on. It surprisingly fits. It even has like this stench of,
I kind of feel pretentious.
yeah.
It's like emanating off the clothing.
And she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to my apartment. I'm gonna pick up something and I'll meet you there. All right?"
All right.
All right. And she just gets in her little hybrid car and drives off.
She didn't say anything about not taking the bike.
Yeah.
Skull cap.
Skull cap. All right. Dan, are you dressing to the nines, or are you just going to be business casual?
I'm dressing to the nines.
Okay.
I have to be the best dressed person there. It's like a rule.
It's like a rule. Okay.
Even though I'm going to do everything I can to not be noticed by anybody, I still have to be the best dressed person there.
All right. And then what about you, Tony? Are you going to be more sleazy but high fashion, like some hip hop mogul, or are you actually going to dress up?
Yeah, I'll dress up. Hell yeah.
Okay. So
I don't wear a tie though.
Our tie.
I leave the center open, like the top.
Mm-hmm.
I flare that shit.
So all of you, like, do you guys? Well, Derek's gonna ride in on his chopper, but does
Chopper.
Tony and Reggie, do you go together or do you drive separate?
I make sure that bad boy's clean, nice and clean though.
Okay.
We'll go together.
Go together. Okay. So yeah, transition to you're basically driving down this commuter road, and then you pull into like these big stone, metal gates, and there's a row of cars that are, on the side that are getting ready to, be let in. Derek, you see a guy on a motorcycle just cut the line, and he's on like a street bike, not a chopper. He's on like a Yamaha Ninja, like jet black with like a red trimming.
Wait, who is this?
It's just somebody who's showing
Some douchebag cutting in line.
Yeah, some douchebag cutting a line.
Oh, I thought it was like, oh no.
And then he gets to the front, and then there's like this weird commotion, and then you just hear this just drive through.
Gotta keep my cool tonight.
Okay.
Gotta keep my cool tonight.
It's pretty fast. There's not a long wait. It's a private event, but there is a lot of important figures that are showing up. And you guys are eventually let in. You drive through. Dan, give me a wits insight.
I'm going before I let down my tinted windows. I am going to blush of health and demand that Tony do the same.
Okay, so both you roll rouse checks.
Yeah.
Rouse checks.
0.
My second one.
Hey,
1.
saved. Did I fail?
You get a hunger.
So you
Fuck,
gain a hunger.
dude.
So you gain a hunger. Yeah, Dan.
Someone gonna be hungry tonight.
But okay, it's absolutely imperative unless you're humanity 9 or greater, that you do this when you're surrounded by people, or it's very obvious you're a vampire.
Yeah.
Or not normal. If you're 9 or better, you just look like maybe you're sick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm guessing you're probably humanity 7.
You put your hair in a ponytail? Yeah. It's not like it is a glamorous event. So people are dressed up, but there are a lot of people who are, doing like the dinner. They're not doing a suit and tie, but they do like a coat with a nice, shirt tucked in, nice slacks. It ranges from mostly the women are dressed up more fancier than the men. A lot of men, they typically are just like maybe local business producers. Maybe they work in the tech industry. So they're probably not used to seeing or doing high fashion function events like this.
They're in like New Balance sneakers and fucking stonewashed jeans.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like Steve Jobs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But the people that you can tell who are used to this, they are dressed up. And real quick, Dan, as you're driving in, I want you to give me a wits insight.
I mean, insight wits.
Or insight wits.
Fucking jabroni. One success.
Man, these are gonna be bad rolls tonight.
So you have a feeling that when you're driving, you just have like some sort of like you've seen that vehicle before, but you noticed there was a vehicle as you were being let into the grounds to the parking lot where the valet is. That you see there is a familiar. There's about 3 of the same vans, the black tinted vans, not vans, SUVs that Nicholas drives around in.
Oh, so there'll be brouhaha here.
Is that
Great.
good?
Oh, that's probably the fuckhead on the bike.
Well, it means that they are trying to grab the high society influence that was left behind when Howard Locke died, most likely.
You see like Joy come in on her little tiny hybrid, and she gets out. She is wearing a very nice, it's kind of like silver Enlin, a deep back, open back in dress. Her hair it has like embedded roses, and she's put it up in like a sort of like a, has it up with roses in it. And she is also blush of healthy and using some sort of thaumaturgy in order to make the rose animate.
Oh, God damn it. Don't be extra. Don't stick out.
Don't be extra.
Wanted her to be the pretty face
Dumb
to stick out.
Fox. Yes, but not stick out supernaturally. She can just be the pretty face, and she'll definitely get all of the attention that would otherwise be aimed at our ugly mugs.
I'm not ugly.
She has like a polite conversation with the valet, talking to him. They have like this sort of polite exchange. She opens up her purse and hands him money, and then he...
Oh yeah, I should probably blush of health. Bros.
And you're hungry.
Yay, hunger.
You gain a hunger dice.
Woo!
And she walks in. Or she walks up to you guys.
Oh, you did a blush of light too?
Yeah, I got a hunger.
How's it going?
Shit, your britches now.
Glad you can make it.
Yeah. I figured this was like our attempt to have a date night. I mean, there's not anything crazy going to happen here tonight, right?
Well, those SUVs are owned by the Bruja, so
What?
I make no promises.
What? Ah, dang it.
I mean, it doesn't mean they're gonna start trouble. They're probably just here to schmooze for influence now that Locke is dead and it's up for grabs.
I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire. You know.
There doesn't have to be any kind of violent confrontation.
Yeah,
it's just business.
Yeah, we're here with the mortals. We probably shouldn't be, I don't know, baring our fangs tonight for once. Well, I, for one, am just going to enjoy the nice spring weather that we've been blessed with. And me and Deck are just going to have a nice walk around the gardens. All right? So you two can just smooze it up.
Good luck.
Thank you. I'm probably going to need it. This is not my scene.
She, like, holds her hand out like she wants to be escorted in.
Deck, by the way, that ponytail makes you look like a scummy porn guy.
I think it looks very dashing.
I didn't know you were into scummy porn guys.
Well, I mean, I am from that era. I am from the 70s.
True. Maybe he should get the stash.
That is disgusting, and I am intrigued.
I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe we could put it like in a top knot. Like how they...
Man bun.
You're welcome.
Should we take a picture? I don't think we'll ever see him this dressed up again.
Yeah, we should.
Damn it!
She like waves like one of the attendants over. She's like, "Can you get a picture of us?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure." And then like you all kind of huddled in. She gets real close and holds your hand, kind of shoulder to shoulder. And then like I don't know where you two fit in the picture.
Where's the brouhaha? I need to fucking have a back alley fight already.
She
Come on!
If she would pinch you, she would to be like, stop it. But instead, she knows you have fortitude, so she just steps on your foot, and she's just like,
I got fortitude too now.
Okay.
She punches you in the stomach and knees you, and it's like, what?
So she's just like, behave. Jeez. Reggie is the one that got us to this party, right?
Technically, it's that boy over there.
Yeah, it's me.
Really? The Toreador?
Yeah.
What am I
Try
saying?
not to be so shunned. He is a Toreador.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess...
The Toreador actually got us into a place?
Yeah, well, I guess he's really falling into the line to his clan's stereotype, I guess.
I mean,
now all he has to do is start staring at paintings.
Don't get too comfortable with it. This isn't exactly,
the
my
moment
scene either.
The moment he says don't stare too long at paintings, you have to make a roll.
What?
The Toreador weakness.
For what?
Your infatuation for love and art and all things beauty.
Toreador flaw.
Toreador
Do I
flaw.
roll a d10?
So let's see.
Yeah. What do you roll?
Yeah,
So let's see.
It's
Is it
based on
a
his
check?
It's a compulsion. Hold on.
Yeah, it's based on his Bane severity.
Yeah. So
And he may not even roll. Like, I don't.
yeah.
A lot of clans don't roll. You just have to spend willpower to
So
not.
you suffer.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't it just be a willpower check not to do it?
No. So he right now.
Because you suffer Bane. You don't
suffer.
you don't get a check.
Yeah, you just suffer from it. So you feel this wave of sort of like, because you've been living in sort of a hostile environment. Ever since you became Kindred, it's been nonstop here and go, here and go, here and go. But now that the blood has settled, now that you are in a place that is comfortable and refined and graceful, you are swept by the fragrance of the stock of the people here, their taste in watches, jewelry, their name brand. Because you're more of a modern day Toreador. You consider like the Mona Lisa and Supreme the same thing. You're into that, like,
Oh God.
into the hype beast culture of things. So you see that there are, a lot of young people here that are into the same sort of, like, they're wearing like
Gucci belts and
yeah.
fucking
anything that's like hype beast, anything that's like on fleek nowadays. And just, it's so unimaginable. You're like, you want nothing more to live out your life like this forever. And you're just overcome by this wave of like glamour. So anything that you want to do for the rest of this evening, if it's not akin to your style or your hype, you're -2 dice.
holy shit.
Damn.
Yeah, I was a
Bane
but-
sucked. That's
but-
what you get for having a Bane.
Yeah, but
Could have been a thin blood.
but that's the thing. You
They have
are
Banes
like,
too, though.
it doesn't feel like a Bane. It doesn't feel like, this is like the first time you've ever felt like you belong in a place.
Hell yeah, dude. You guys need to look at this cup half full, man. Let's not let these brouhaha be the Debbie Downers of this party.
Okay, and she's like, well, I'm with him. I definitely am going to enjoy my evening. If I could avoid the brouhaha as much as I can. I wonder what other... Oh, God. Deck, have we talked to the werewolves lately?
Funny you should mention that. I actually wanted to go to visit them here in a little while.
Well, I hope they're not here.
Do you
They shouldn't be. They're over. Their places over in, what was it? Yosemite?
So there's they have 3 places that you are aware of. There's one place in the recreation center, the Windwolf Reserves.
Oh, okay.
There's like you met one of them. There is an angry Hawaiian who lives out in the middle of Sharktooth Hill, and he's very angry all the time.
Yeah, we don't talk to that guy.
You do not talk to him.
Yeah, we don't talk to that guy.
You do not talk to the angry Hawaiian that lives out in Sharktooth Hill near, that place.
Yeah.
And then there are some who live in the Kern River Valley, but they haven't really. There's very few and far.
They haven't presented.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like we know of each other's existence. We just don't interact.
Exactly.
We just do our own thing, and that's it.
So, you guys step in. Vic, you've never been to the. I think, have you guys been to the Stockdale Country Club?
That's a no.
Me?
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah, in real life. So
Yeah.
Let me just Google it. Stockdale Country.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's very, very lots of stone. There's like a historical, like, social area. It has like open grounds. It's a country club. It's very nice. There's a residential area that also kind of lives on the grounds as well, but they're primarily like across the street. But yeah, it's really neat. It's very fancy. There's tennis courts on the side. There's like this big row that you walk into that has like all these palm trees. It's has like a big outside, lake near the golf course, and there's like a recreational center outside. It's pretty nice. It's a nice feature. It's not, and there's like this huge like hall area where there's like a balcony where people can come in and out. Pretty dope.
Sounds litty.
Mm-hmm. So, and there's like, so one portion of the hall has been open out to the main sort of outside area. So it's kind of like an indoor-outdoor sort of event. There's a live music playing. It's like a salsa / like Latino band that's playing. and everybody seems to be enjoying the springtime, the very limited time this place gets a spring. And clearly you see Nicholas. He's like off to the side with his like what appears to be like a group of mortals that are probably his flunkies, and they look upset. They look a little angrier than usual.
Are they angrier than usual at us or just in general?
In general.
Okay, cool.
They don't look like they're really meshing well. There's probably a lot of people here that are not for the war, and these guys are all war veterans. Because they kind of come off as war, standoffish a little bit, like I serve sort of mentality. So there's definitely a lot of people here that are kind of off-putting by their demeanor. Everybody is gawking at Joy. Everybody.
Well, yeah. That's why we want her here.
But the fact that she's like going away from the party and more going towards like the grounds, like near the the garden area and near the lake, people are like, "Oh, why did she come hang out with us?" Dan, you see like this old man approach you, probably in his like late 70s, and he notices the cufflinks you're wearing. He's like, "Vegas 53?"
Yeah.
Oh, is your grandpa give you those?
Yeah, it got me into good music.
Oh, well, I'm glad somebody listens to the oldies.
I don't know if I mean, the thing is, oldies is supposed to be like stuff that's passed on, stuff you grow out.
Mm-hmm.
The world can't grow out Sinatra.
Oh, Blue Eyes, you're right. And then the whole Rat Pack, it was such a great time. I mean, there's some, that John Legend man. My grandkids, like they look up to that singer, and it's not the same, but I could get it. I get the attempt he's trying. Same thing with that Bruno Mars fella.
Oh yeah, that Bruno Mars guy is kind of fun.
Yeah.
The problem is, like, I mean, it's so rare you see somebody who's got the fun of Sinatra with like the consciousness of Sinatra.
Mm-hmm.
And most musicians, they'll want to have this like political message. Think what I think, do what I do. The beauty of Sinatra is he was think what you think, do what you do. Just don't push other people around while you do it,
Yeah, no, exactly. Oh, it was nice meeting you, young man. I definitely wish you the better.
It was a pleasure. My name's Reggie, by the way.
Oh, Albert.
It's an absolute pleasure, Albert.
And he kind of walks along, goes to his family. They seem like bright, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, well off. He definitely seems a little bit like rough around the edges. For maybe he has like some sort of past that you may or may not want to be interested in, but he definitely doesn't fit the family mold that he is walking up towards. Definitely seems like he's been out of it for a while. As for you, what do you do, Tony?
Well, I'll look for my boy because he's the guy who invited me here.
Oh yeah, no, you see Chad and you see the same crew that he had there with him. Different girls on each arm, obviously. But they're like, rather than being in like, oh yeah, we're bros or hanging out, they're actually like being more they're being sort of laid back, and they're just letting like these older guys speak that they're hanging out next to. So they're probably, and those are like the Hollywood wigs type. They're the ones that are like kind of guiding the conversation from what you can tell. And he's like, "Hey, Tony, over here."
I'll walk over.
Mhm.
I'm like, "What's up, bro?"
Oh,
Fist
no.
bump him.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, no, these these fine gentlemen were just talking about how they're trying to find locations to shoot at, and so there's property rights and getting consent forms and maintaining set equipment and storage, and these are all things that I told him that you would be able to provide, since you can provide that sort of service. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're in the entertainment business, right? You have lots of places, you have tons of houses.
I look at Reggie. Do I? I'm like, oh shit.
Well, he was setting up all that SLC stuff. You don't know where. Basically, you're like, oh, I'm giving Aventru all my paperwork. We'll see where this ends up. It's really going to be it's going to be owned all by Reggie by the end of the day.
Good. Fucking less shit to
No,
deal
it's
with.
not. It's going to be owned by a whole bunch of group corporations with no specific head, so that there's no way to track any of it to Reggie.
I know. But what I mean by ostensibly, it's going to be your control, not his.
Yeah, unless he picks up a ton of finance.
Yeah. So, Reggie, you could totally tell that Tony's like drowning in this conversation. He's just like being asked all these sort of questions that he doesn't really know the answers to.
Right. I'll go over and
This is my sensei.
hey, Tony. I'll go
Hey.
visit.
Hello. Want to introduce you to my guy, Reggie? Oh.
Your potential investor.
Oh,
boy.
lagged.
Yeah, lagged a little bit.
Lagged. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so this guy, he definitely is like well fit. He's wearing same sort of attire that I described earlier, young millennial, minimal but yet a little bit high grade. But there's definitely talking to some people that you may recognize in the industry. They're basically like production studios that like do big sci-fi effects, sort of, rather than practical effects, more practical, less green screen. And so, my friend here says he owns a lot of real estate property and businesses, and they're trying to frame like this post-apocalyptic setting, but they want it to be in a non-descriptive area. And so, since Tony here has a lot of real estate, maybe we can gain these leases in order to like film on these property that hasn't been developed, or maybe has been developed but not really ready to market yet. You know what I'm saying?
So you're looking for short-term leases of property for filming purposes?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff do you film?
And then the executive guy's like, so we're thinking about what if
I just roll my eyes because he's like drawing slowly, like, oh god.
What if? So there's this huge wave of 90 properties that are coming back, right? So, but one thing that we want to do is we want to tap into a more exclusive market. So there's this company called Black Dog Studios. They made these really outrageous, games, but they had a mildly successful TV show. But we're going to do like a reimagining. It's called the Zombie, the Hungering. It's going to be like a zombie drama where people are trying to live out in a post-apocalyptic world where there's zombies, but really the focus of it is more drama than, and it's based off this really old property called Zombie, the Hungering.
Huh.
By Black Dog.
And you think there's a market for that?
Yeah, I mean, there is and there isn't, but we're going to get a really tight cast, and we just want it to be somewhere that's cheap, but somewhere near California, because our studio head is thinking that, you know, flying people out to Atlanta or, you know, into Canada, it's really cutting into the cost. And then, you know, this place could definitely use like a boost in your economy. So like we can inject our production and then the county can give us a cut and the state will give us a tax cut too. And
I mean, if there's money to be made, I'm down.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
all cool.
And there's reports that are, you know, and it's 2 hours away from LA. So some Hollywood star doesn't have to make, you know, a red line flying out to Atlanta or somewhere in Toronto, Canada. They just only have to drive up the 5. It's perfect.
All right.
For a zombie TV show.
Yeah, for a zombie TV show. Now, out of character, imagine there is no Walking Dead.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. You got to realize, too, I'm from the era of the
Night of the Living
voodoo,
Dead. Yeah.
the voodoo moves. I'm before Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
I'm from like the early voodoo movie, like Snake and Rainbow and shit. So it's like,
no, he hands you like a he literally rolls like an envelope and he hands it to you. And for the audience out there, there's a subdivision of White Wolf back in the day called Black Dog Gaming, and within the meta world, there is Zombie the Hungering, which is their interpretation of Vampire the Masquerade. And so he hands you this like typecast drama, like there's like this whole list of like how it's going to work, how they're going to scene it. It's pretty boring, but for a zombie flick, it's like doesn't focus on the zombies, it focuses on the drama of living in a world full of zombies.
It's like I kind of go like, well, what do we care? How do we get paid, right? I'm like, shit.
All right. Who do you guys have to run your like finance production out here?
They name drop some major bankroll, like subsidiary of a major corporation.
Well, we move a lot.
Avalon.
Huh?
It's Avalon Productions.
God. I look at him like, is that a big name?
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah,
they're huge.
It's big. I'll tell you what. Here's my card. We run a lot through properties. We do a lot of like house flipping and that kind of stuff too. So let me know what kind of properties you guys need, and I'll make sure we pick those up.
Yeah, we saw there was like when we were scoping. There's a lot of abandoned like ghost towns out in the high desert areas. So we're thinking about maybe scoping the frame there, and then maybe that could be like the main encampment for the survivors. And then each week they have to go into the city in order to get supplies. And then the drama ensues. Maybe there's a rival gang. But we're definitely working with a lot of great people in Hollywood that's going to really sink into this. And then we are already going to do like a big promotion. We're already doing all the big conventions. There's a lot of money being made for this. Trust me. TV is not going to know what hit them.
All right. Yeah. Like I said, let me know what you guys are looking for. I'll make sure we pick it up and can get it for you.
Okay.
Do you need anything inside city, near city, county limits?
Oh, so
we're your guys.
All right. Awesome. And then you see Nicholas kind of like walk in and interject. He's like, Reggie, how's it going?
Nicholas, good to see you, buddy. It's been a long time.
Oh, so you met the outsiders. You met the Vulture Hawks. And they're kind of like, they look at each other like, what the fuck? Yeah, no, that's fine. That's cool. You know. Can we talk?
Sure, Nicholas. I'd love to talk.
Okay. Back around where Deck and Joy, you guys are kind of walking alongside the waterfront, pond area near the golf course. And she's like, so what's on your mind?
Weird how these fit.
Do you miss him? I mean, he did threaten to kill you at one point, but it's sort of nostalgic.
Threatening to kill me is nostalgic?
Well, I mean, I've seen him threaten to lot of people's lives before, but now that he's not around, it's sort of, I don't feel as safe. Not that I mean, you're a big tough guy, but I mean, let's face it, Luna is Luna. Everybody, he's just a nice guy, and I'm afraid that Luna's gonna get, someone's gonna take advantage of his niceness. So you're gonna have to you gotta have to toughen him up.
Well, the only reason why he's I guess he is kind of the same in front of Archie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Archie picked him because he was there, because Wyatt forced him. But you need to, you have to lead the clan here.
Yeah. I hate leading.
It didn't really. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stop. So you haven't really talked about the scars yet.
No.
Are you worried?
Kind of. I need to make a visit to Hatchby.
So, and she pulls out her journal, and she's like, "Well, Wyatt doesn't talk about this Thomas guy a lot, but I paid a visit to Amelia, and she's able to give me some details on him. Apparently, he was he's kind of in the same sort of boat that the former Prince Locke and Arthur. They're all Civil War buddies or American Revolution buddies. They're all war buddies. And so Amelia actually took a liking to Thomas, and Thomas, I guess, had established the first chantry in Kern County, but that's about it. There's nothing much more. He helped Locke with something. Some sort of a ceremony. And she shows you a picture in a book, and it's at night, and it's one of those flash pictures that they did back in the 18th century, those big stand up, sort of where the bulb would blow up when you took a picture. And
it was gunpowder, right? I think.
No,
it was gunpowder that was in the. Yeah.
So they create the flash. So this picture was taken at night, and it's an old picture, and it shows Howard talking to a bunch of people, and at night for some sort of dedication. And then you see in the crowd, you see Amelia, and then you see what appears to be Arthur kind of sitting on this pew, the stand, or this lifted stage, and there's something in his hand that looks familiar, but you're kind of getting a fuzzy, hazy sort of reminder, and it's this Bible. He's holding up a Bible.
The page I got from KMC.
Yeah.
So it's from that.
You think. You remember this Bible being important.
Weird.
Locke used to have ceremonies where he would open up the church, or he would open up court with a sermon from this Bible.
Okay. Huh. So.
But then
that's
after
Locke's book.
But after a while, towards the middle of his his reign, he'd stop reading the Bible.
So something changed, or he lost it.
Or he lost it. And it looks like he might have
a book like that. He doesn't just lose.
And like you're fixated on the picture, and she's like, "What are you staring at?
The book.
What about it?"
Wait, who has the book in the picture?
It's Locke. Locke is holding up the Bible.
Locke is, okay.
Like he's giving some sort of midnight sermon or some sort of presentation or something. Two mortals, mind you. Like he is. It's a crowd of people.
But yeah, Locke ended up losing that book. But a book like that, you just don't lose. So somebody ended up stealing it.
What's so important about a book?
I don't know. Like that ghost or whatever I ended up seeing said that we were trying to bury this, and it was the page. And I kind of find it a little too coincidental that we have an old book page that has Bible verses that kind of looks like Locke's Bible.
Well, however important his Bible is, it's not going to really help us fix this whole,
There's something about that book, though. Why would we be trying to bury a book?
I don't know. You hear kind of like rustling in the, like near the bush area, like near towards the like fenced out area.
Pocket knife. Step over, knock on the fence.
You see, there's like you see a guy kind of walk out, and he's just like, "Ugh, the hell are you?"
What does he look like?
He's dressed in like all camo, and he has like night vision goggles on.
The fuck?
And he has a camera.
Paparazzi. Get the hell out of here.
And he's like, "Papa, what?"
I'm snatching his camera.
He's like, hey, that's reconnaissance.
Reconnaissance, huh? On who?
On the folks there.
What? Is he pointing at somebody?
Raphael, I've been exposed. Raphael, I have been exposed.
Raphael.
He has like an earpiece.
Oh, I will. Oh no, wait, that's Size of the Beast. Never mind.
Kill him.
I wish I had Auspex.
Just kill him.
She does though.
By the by, just let you know that
I look at her.
We are dropping frames. Just FYI, we are still recording, but this will be put on YouTube later. It's still recording normally, but we are experiencing some frame droppage, so I do apologize.
No, just kill him.
We're at a party.
You're I'm not exactly like a garden.
Like to kill. I go claws, remember? And I don't. Oh,
choke him out. Just put him to sleep. Shh.
I do have grappling.
You do have grappling.
You can't just hip throw him back into the bushes.
Yeah,
and knock him out.
I look at Joy, and I go,
God.
Oh, she's like, she kind of nods at you, going like, "Take care of it."
I grab him by his coat.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing here?
Like I said, reconnaissance. You don't understand.
I'm using my fist as intimidation.
All right, give me a strength intimidation.
Good.
You mean intimidation strength? I'm gonna start getting you on that. Because I always go straight to like the.
I think you can add potence to it too.
Potence is for damage.
It says all strength. It says for all strength actions.
Yeah, you don't roll damage separately anymore, Derek.
Yeah,
Oh, so potence is added?
should be for all
Mhm.
strength actions. Let me see. God damn it! I was rolling the other way. Potence. Let's see. For lethal body, you basically pierce armor. Prowess. When activated, add potence ratings to unarmed damage value. So never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. So
Yeah, so I got 2.
yeah. So he's like, if I tell you, you're just gonna make fun of me.
Uh-huh. Try me.
You sure? You ready to know the truth?
Out with it.
You know those people in there?
What about him?
They have this sort of social agenda. They're trying to normalize dead people.
Normalize dead people.
Yeah, because they're zombies.
Oh,
The
my
walking,
God.
the walking dead, walking amongst us.
It's even better than I thought.
Oh, man. I should drag you in there and just have you be the entertainment.
They've been infected. You know, see the government started doing experiments with the
I
food
reach out.
corporations.
I grab his earpiece.
Yeah.
Raphael.
Leonardo, do you copy?
Oh,
Leonardo.
God. Where's Donatello and Michelangelo?
Abort.
Snap.
All right, back at the party. So, what have you been doing this whole time, Tony?
Just mingling. I offered Chad some drugs because that's what I brought.
Okay. Well, he'll do the drugs later, but as far as like,
It's a courtesy.
Yeah, he's like, you gotta keep on the DL, man. We gotta this is like big business talk, dude. Like my family's expecting me to get this, right?
And I look at him like, because we're all about being on the DL, right?
Yeah, on the super
Right.
DL. But like, look, I'm just saying that like since I met you, there's just been this energy, right? You know, my sensei, my feng shui instructor says that like we resonate towards people that like give us like opportunity, and you know, when the universe aligns, right, we are like, you know, at our most, you know, centered. So when I'm around you, I feel like there's like a purpose. There's like a grand purpose around like you and I, and you know, this bigger thing that we call life. Like we could really make something of this.
Yeah. It's just like, what? Fucking, I'm like, yeah, dude. So I feel it too, bro. I'm getting good key off you, bro. I'm getting good chi vibes, bro.
He's like, yeah, man, totally. You see this guy who's like, you sort of recognize, from that night when you were being embraced. He's dressed up as a waiter, but the vest is a little too tight, and the shoes, they're off coloring. So he could only snatch one shoe off of whoever and he sort of recognizes you.
Oh boy, that's very bad.
But then he immediately kind of holds his head down like he has an earpiece, and he's like looking around and looks at you, and he sees you, and he's like, he just gives you like the lock, like I know you, I got you, but I gotta go. And so he just starts panicking, and he doesn't even set the like hors d'oeuvres down that he jacked. He just drops it and starts running out. And then like you actually hear like actual people going like, "Well, what the heck?" And then
This is very bad. Are they the people who had their SUV parked out behind the fucking facility?
no, this is the SUVs are Nicholas's like brouhaha.
No, not that. From like when I was
You
embraced.
didn't see it
Are these the people from
from Reno.
yeah, so
Yeah.
they're the ones that were inside.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, this is not good at all.
So Reggie and Nicholas, you're off to the side, and he's like, "Yeah, we have a problem.
We do?
Yeah, we have a problem.
All right, what's the problem?
So one of my boys didn't check in last night.
That definitely sounds like a problem. I hear there are some rednecks looking for people who buy blood from bloodmobiles.
We don't buy blood.
Was he a bagger? No?
No, we don't buy blood. That's Arthur's rule. We don't buy blood. We feed on cows. Lots of Morbidaries, lots of cows. Yeah, it's not dignified, but it is what it is.
Hey, dignity. There's a lot worse things than dignity. You know, like death.
Yeah, exactly. So one of my boys went missing.
Where'd he go missing?
So a lot of these brouhaha, they're coming from, New York, Florida, Texas. There's kind of like a streamline of, badass that kind of runs through these brouhaha. Some of them, they got fantasies. They got power fantasies, right? They want to live out their rock and roll dreams, right? So my boy, he went to this, last he checked in, he said he was going to a taping, like a tribute recording of Leonard Skinner here in town. There's only one place I saw online, and it was near downtown, which means nobody or somebody fucking got to him.
What part of near downtown?
Up by Mill Creek. There's like a record. It's like a Bakersfield recording studio. They do.
Yeah, I know it. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame place there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, who owns Mill Creek Bar? Or who claims that area? Is that La Sombra?
No,
because that's the wrong side for Giovanni,
Nope.
right? Because they're Westchester.
They're Westchester. Nobody.
So,
but it's near Union, so nobody. The ministry / Sedites, maybe.
All right. So nobody who has officially declared territory is near that or is in that, but the Sedites are like South Union, which I guess is kind of close, maybe.
Dude.
But there's also apparently some dudes out looking for people who are out for blood of some kind.
Witnesses say that some black guy approached him because his tire blown out, and then he walked into an alley, and that's it.
Fuck me. All right. In Union, so the gangsters are getting gangster.
You think this is Betty?
I
mean,
not
I let her
directly.
have the Crips. You know why I let her have the Crips? Because I got fucking paramilitary now. I got ex Black Hawk.
Don't matter.
I got ex fucking Navy SEALs. I don't give a shit about.
I don't know. I don't think Betty would specifically take Union. The thing is, the dumb bitch let him find out about vampire blood infused soil. So somebody might be trying to grow more of those goddamn flowers. Or somebody could have already been growing those goddamn flowers, because I don't know where she got the soil from in the first place. But if they were being grown in that area, they might have started there, which means somebody got it from the Sabbat, because this all goes back to their creepy
Am I gonna have to
dark
burn down?
lady worshipping bullshit.
Am I gonna have to burn down Oleander? I'm gonna fucking kill those Sabbat fucks.
From what I've been told by the Lysandra, they're out of that area. But there's like another group that worships some dark lady nonsense.
Look,
instead of whatever nonsense they normally worship.
This isn't like, hey, you, me, Reggie, we're having a little scuffle. This was a lieutenant. This is somebody that I depended on.
This is okay. Do we know he's dead?
He hasn't checked in. He loved that Mustang more than life itself, and he just left it there.
Okay, but if they're using him to make the soil, then they've got him staked somewhere, and they'll be feeding, staking, draining to keep blood on the soil. They won't kill him, but they'll have him tortured. Do you have any way to find him if he's still alive?
No, I don't fucking put GPS trackers in my boys. I'm going to start doing that now, but because Arthur's telling us to be low key and not use technology because the NSA could tap into our, fucking Wi-Fi networks and shit. I don't know what to do. I mean, I can't use my crazy powers and I can't use technology. So what am I supposed to do, Reggie?
All right. Well, you do what you always do. You gumshoe it. So you got a description of this guy?
Yeah.
Maybe a picture?
I can get some. Maybe. Hold on. He pulls out his phone, sends a text. I'm gonna have my boys look into it. There may have been pictures taken of the event. Maybe you might spot him.
You give me his picture, the guy who took him, I'll track him down. But I mean, it doesn't seem like somebody a couple of gangsters are going to be able to just take out on their own if he's somebody you depend on.
I mean, he was a lieutenant. I mean, he's not old, but he was dependable. He was no neonate, for sure. I'm pissed, man. And if I find out you fucking had anything to do with this,
I am way too busy to go after your lieutenant that I didn't even know was there. And it's outside my territory, so I have no reason to be offended.
Okay. All right. Well, enjoy your evening. We're going to leave because we tried playing nice with these Hollywood types. You can have them. You could fucking have them.
What did they want from you guys?
The same pitch that they're doing to everybody here. They just want an easy cut so that they can film.
Zombie TV show, easy access to property?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Oh.
New guy. I'm feeding it all to my neonate. He needs the money.
By the way, I watch out for Bruno.
Yeah. Why?
I did a little bit of digging on the refugee situation. They did it to themselves.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They blew themselves up?
They did. Like I said, I had a past before all this. I was an information broker. But, yeah, the Giovannis fucked themselves.
That sounds about right.
So, this isn't...
I don't know a lot about necromancy, but the little I have learned is that it's even more crazy and stupid than thaumaturgy.
This isn't a Vienna type situation with the Tremere. There was no Inquisition type shit. They did this shit to themselves. From what I heard on the grapevine.
All right, cool. Thanks. I'll see what I can find out. Although it seems to me that there are worse things in the happy-go-lucky spooky friends than just the Giovanni.
What do you mean?
According to him, it was all the necromancers.
All the necromancers?
All the necromancers.
Well, I never met a necromancer, so like,
I never met one that wasn't a Giovanni, but he talked about some broad like she was a Giovanni on spooky steroids. So, like, there are people that normally scare the Giovanni in team-friendly Walking Dead.
look, when the Tremere were at their prime, they kept them in check.
They blew themselves up as a power group. Now we just got to watch them in town.
I'm just saying, we just got to watch our backs for like the normies.
Yeah, I know. It's too much now. It's too goddamn much.
We got La Sombra creeping in with their spooky shadow magic. We got the Tremere just all up in the tizzy. Did you see that walking masquerade violation?
No, what happened this time?
You know, her fucking hair.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Joy.
Yeah.
God. I saw.
Some idiot is gonna post that on some social media. She's your... Oh, why do we have to clean up your messes?
This ain't my mess.
Okay, so it's the gang girl's mess then. So go talk to your boy, go talk to the sheriff, and straighten her out.
It'll get well, have you met our sheriff?
Yeah, I met your sheriff. He's a delight.
Aren't they all? Like, do you see what I'm dealing with?
Like
do you understand?
You know, Carthage wasn't built in a day, man. It had to start somewhere. We're trying to make Kindred society the way it should have been. Clan oriented, not this loose alliance of nobodies.
I'd agree with you, but have you met the goddamn Ventru?
I mean, you are Ventru.
Yeah. Yeah, and how many other Ventru do you see me working with in the city?
I had a pretty good relationship with what's his face? Not around anymore. The Anarch.
Gideon.
Gideon.
Have you heard anything from Gideon?
Nope. Fell off the fucking face of the planet.
Okay.
Probably got whacked with the Second Inquisition.
See, I think Gideon was too fucking smart for that.
Well, what do you know? I mean, what sort of secret venture network you have that I don't know about?
There isn't a secret venture network. We all kind of hate each other.
Okay, so what about your little hate fuckery?
I think, like, he had a bunch of resources that, as far as I can tell, are still in play.
Dan, give me because there is a rumor about him. Give me a intelligence politics. And if you have specialization kindred, you get an extra dice.
Do you have?
Not in politics. Actually, I might have it in politics. I do. Ha! I have it in politics. I'm like, I know I have that in Brawl, but I do because I know all about the kindred politics.
Yeah.
Intelligence. Submit. I said submit. Submit or die.
Why'd you roll one die?
It's one hunger die.
Oh, one hunger die.
One success.
One success.
5 dice. On 5 dice.
Do you want to spend a willpower to reroll 3?
Like I said, this is going to be our rolls tonight.
Holy shit.
I should have more than 5 dice because you gave me a...
Yeah.
Hold on. I get one more die because the bonus die didn't roll.
Yeah.
I blame the 3D dice. It's cursed.
Don't you get bonuses for the blood pair too?
No, but it's not a power.
Okay, I was just wondering.
I did that backwards. I did that. Yeah, 0 successes.
Okay.
And fuck it, I'll spend a willpower.
Okay. Yes, bleed your willpower. Bleed
I got.
It's like the first one. It's like the first one he spent in like 3 games.
And I got 6. There's that.
Well,
isn't like a fancy repower will roll button I can do?
Storyteller aside, by the way, Dan has famously bought 10 willpower or up to 8 willpower on all his characters. So I'm glad they gated willpower in this game. Just FYI.
I seriously thought about Resolve Composure, buying them up to 4 with my free piece of bonus XP. I'm like, it's only 20. I don't need anything else. I can just get those stats up.
You're cheating.
Okay, those are 3 successes.
Yes.
No, I just like having lots of willpower because it keeps you from having to act against like the way you want to act.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that brings me
Don't
up.
10s explode?
No. Well, tens.
Yeah,
tens,
you have to have 2 of them.
Yeah, you have to have,
Get an
yeah.
exceptional. I only have 1 total.
Yeah.
Got it.
So there is a nasty bit of rumor about Gideon that leads to Locke. That leads to Locke lineage. So why didn't Locke end up in Los Angeles? Because you think Manifest Destiny, he'd
go to the sea.
He would go to the sea. Or why did he end up in San Francisco? Or why did he end up in Seattle or somewhere? Well, the nasty bit of rumor is that Locke's bloodline is the Crusader bloodline, which is primarily the Ventrue anti-tribute bloodline. A lot of the kings that fell into the Crusader bloodline that basically went back to the Ventrue main clan, they're considered shunned because they don't live up to the nobility. They forego their nobility for the crusade. And much like in their bane severity or their particular weakness is that they have to conquer. So it kind of falls in line that Locke is considered a Ventrue, but his bloodline comes from the Sabbat. So even though he is like true blue Cam, his sire or his sire's sire may have been Sabbat, which has always pissed off Locke. There's been many accounts in Texas where he set up in Dallas. Someone questioned his loyalty to Camarilla, and he just killed them.
He questioned their loyalty to living?
Yeah, he questioned their loyalty to living. Just outright killed them.
Oh.
Now, then the thing is that Gideon, what makes this kind of murkiness more enticing, like social, this is like gossip, is that Gideon and Locke's relationship has always been parallel. So there's rumors that Locke is the sire of Gideon, which would then be a violation to the Ventrue tendency because every Ventrue has to basically tag their children.
Also, it would be a violation of progeny if it happened. Well, except Locke's always been prince.
Yeah.
That's odd that he never showed him up to court or anything like that either.
Yeah. But he has been, Gideon is famously known as the olive branch to the Camarilla. He is the Anarch's, basically his Anarch rep is really low, but he does great work within the Anarchs, but the Anarchs have basically labeled him as a, not a traitor, but someone who's playing both sides. But even though Gideon does represent,
so he's not really trusted by them.
He's not really trusted. He does good work.
Locke does have a lot of missing resources.
Yeah. So
I'm not going to tell any of that to Nicholas.
Yeah. But
that I'm thinking about it.
Now that you're thinking about it, you were stuffed in a closet learning all this shit at some point in your life. Because that's how the Ventrue clan works. You were the retainer.
Yeah, and he thinks it's like a Sith Lord thing where I'm just going to kill him eventually to earn my freedom. Fuck that guy. Glad he's dead.
You're not going to do that? I mean, all right.
He said, I'll go Anarch before that shit happens. So, yeah. So then you hear a tray fall down, very loud bang, tray falling down, and a bunch of people kind of making commotion inside the main dining area. And Nicholas kind of turns around and goes, were you expecting something?
No, but it always fucking comes, doesn't it?
Hey, you can't blame me this time.
Nah, your fault.
Back in the party, You see the security chase after that hick
Mhm.
who and he's just like bolting for it.
Okay, so I definitely need to regroup with Reggie and Deck and Joy.
Yeah.
So I'll walk over. I'll be like, Chad, I got some important business that just popped up with Reggie.
Oh no, this is going great, guy. Like your sensei, he really sold it. Like, I think we're gonna be in, man. Dude.
Yeah, man.
I'm thinking Emmy.
Oh God.
Co-producing. We're gonna get some
He
Emmys.
just keeps going.
Some Golden Globes, maybe. Dude, think about it. A drama that's a zombie.
Yeah, man. Listen, I gotta go talk with Reggie real quick about some business. I'll be probably back. I don't know. No promises. Anyways, I'll be back.
Okay.
And then I go to Reggie. I'm like, Reggie, we got bad news. All right.
What happened?
That guy was there during the time when I was embraced, and he wasn't a good guy, at least to us. I think he might be a vampire hunter. I'm not entirely sure.
How? Okay. How were you mass embraced?
Yes.
How was this guy present and he didn't get whacked by the people who embraced you?
Well, it all went down kind of like a bad project from a Toreador gone crazy. He apparently thought it was fun. Okay, basically, I was embraced by some guy who thought it'd be cool to set up some sort of fucking arena where he embraces a bunch of vampires and basically puts on a show.
Okay.
That happened, and the party was cut short by these vampire hunters, so
that is an even worse television plot than the zombie one, by the way. Hold on. Let me go talk to this guy. Is he a writer? He's a fucking writer, isn't he? Hack. Hacks.
No.
Yeah, basically this guy
all right.
guys blew
I
up
got
this
it.
fucking thing. They're bad.
I got it. He's a hack.
Bad news.
No.
Right.
Not the producer and the writer. The waiter was.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm saying this loud in case anybody overheard our conversation.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
The hack.
The hack.
So now I'm gonna go. Is the waiter still here?
No, he ran off.
He fucking ran. Like he bolted as soon as he saw me. I think he recognizes me. Like, this is all bad, dude.
Okay. Well, let's go get him.
Security chased after him too, I think. And where's Deck?
That's what phones are for.
So what was the role that you got, Derek, to grapple him? Did you even roll?
Oh no, to grapple, no.
Yeah, okay.
But I did to intimidate.
Yeah, so he told you the truth that this is a zombie conspiracy, that there are dead people in that party, and that these Hollywood types are trying to normalize their agenda to normalize dead people.
Wait, seriously? Can you point at them?
He points at the Hollywood producer guys. They're zombies, man. They're fucking zombies.
Are you seriously?
Yeah.
How do you know?
So, right, they got.
How is he not flipped out over the flower?
Oh, that's at a distance.
She's like, no, you gotta understand, right? So we've been tracing this zombie who's at this party, who's like a socialite. He was at a party in Reno, and then he was at a party at Lake Tahoe. So he's well connected. He's like the big wig, the zombie master. And like,
shit. Oh no!
I'm choking him.
Oh, you're just choking him? Okay.
Are you doing like a rear naked, like a fucking, what was it?
Fucking...
Undertaker's choke slam?
Okay, give me
I'm gonna knock him out. He's just mortal, right?
Strength brawl.
I have specialty grappling.
Okay. Do you want to add prowess or no?
Oh, I'm just trying to knock him out. I'm not trying to snap his neck.
Because you want to add your prowess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sure.
If it's free, shit.
So it's free, but he has to make a rouse check. He does have to make a rouse check. It does require a rouse check.
Mortals have rouse?
No, you do.
Oh, right.
To activate potence, it's the rouse check. You do it. You're good.
Get it, kid.
All right, so you don't lose. You don't get a hunger dice. So now you get to add your potence to this attack.
Oh, okay. So
Strength brawl, I think, right?
It's
Or
strength.
Brawl athletic.
Brawl.
Brawl strength.
Yeah, brawl strength.
Fuck, dude, you got me fucked up.
Hey Dan, you like the zombie plot?
Oh god,
The zombie conspiracy?
fucking zombies.
Apparently, I'm the fucking.
Zombie
I'm
master.
doing this right.
Jesus fucking Christ! I didn't know you had that many dice.
Yeah, I have strength 4, brawl 4, potence 1.
Okay, so you just go. He just goes.
Again, hunger.
He faints.
Yeah, he just goes like.
This Pokemon fainted.
That's 7. So unless that guy's got a shit ton of stamina, he's unconscious.
No, he's unconscious. He just goes.
I throw him over my shoulder.
Okay.
I walk inside.
So there's security, and they see you with a body, but this guy is literally dressed up in like military camo,
and I'm in a suit.
Yeah, and he's like, they're like, sir,
You found him in the bushes.
oh,
He's got night vision and everything. He was spying on everybody.
oh, and then like everybody's like, oh, like, and then do you hand them the camera or?
Keep it. Keep the
I'm
camera.
Okay, so they're like, oh yeah, we're chasing after the other one. We're gonna send them. We're getting the authorities here.
I heard some clicking, so there was probably a camera somewhere over there.
Okay, so so the security, they grab them. You do hear police, like, roll in.
That's probably our cue to leave.
No, the guy, the security, the venue security is like, thank you, like, this is a private event. We didn't understand. There's obviously some loonies out there that thought like some real Hollywood types were going to show up, but this was a private event. Thank you. We'll offer you and your lady, a free stay. And they want to take down your name and number so they could contact you for arrange for like a spa weekend at the country club.
Joy's fucking probably elated. Like,
she has aspect. She heard that.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Sure, that would be great.
Okay. They want to take down your information.
Yeah.
The Bruja aren't budging. They're just chilling.
By the way, if you guys need any extra security, don't hesitate to let me know.
Are you?
I caught the guy.
Okay.
doing your job.
You see the police force. They come in. They arrest the trespasser, and the trespasser's like, "It's a conspiracy. You gotta understand. You gotta understand. You're trying to normalize dead people, zombies, eating your brains, getting all nice and soft with their fancy." They just start screaming and yelling, just obscenities as he's being dragged away.
Well, if there's any stocks you should put your money into, it's tinfoil.
And he gets hauled off, and then the night goes on. It's like a 15-minute episode of like people kind of like talking, being like, "What are they talking about?" Like, and then they're like, and then the producer's like, "Dude, we should do this. Like, we should spin this at our next event.
This would do the show was gonna give a fuck.
This we could use this as promotion." Like the beginning, like no, and they're talking to you about this. Tony's like, "Did you set this up? Like, is this for real? Did that guy believe there's really zombies here? Like, this is gold. This is like, if this makes news, we could totally spend this to be like a promotional campaign for an activation."
As I call the local channel 17.
I don't know, man.
I don't.
No. Like, they're just kind of brainstorming, and Chad's like, "Dude, this is so awesome." They're totally in, so pretty much the evening goes out goes on without a hitch. That's the only thing that happens. Since none of you guys have police connections, you have no idea what happens to that person.
But we know that somebody owns the Popo,
Yeah,
so
somebody owns the Popo.
Mm.
And then you see Nicholas makes one last appearance, and he goes over to Deck.
Uh-oh.
And he's like, "Hey,
I'm over with Joy.
yeah." He's like, "Hey,
Grunt.
your girl, she's violating the Masquerade. Just so you know, handle it."
I look at Joy.
Her hair's animated. Handle
Fine.
it, or I'll handle it.
You got it.
He kind of, does the jacket thing, like he tucks down his dress jacket, and he's like, "All right, we haven't really talked, haven't we? We don't talk to each other, right?
No.
No. I used to like Gangrel. No problem
Used
with
to.
him. Well, I mean, Luna's kind of a
Subscribe.
and
ouch.
Yeah, kind of.
so
Why
He
y'all
needs-
got to bring sexuality into this, right? People's sexuality is never a problem, guys.
I know. He's just that hateful.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
my,
he needs
that's
to
my
learn to
sheriff.
nut up.
He does, especially if he's going to be the sheriff around here.
Yep.
And dating mortals, it's kind of sad.
I can hear this because I have Auspex, right?
Not where you're at. This is kind of like they're outside. I mean, you have a cute sense. If you really wanted to, you would have to concentrate. But right now, you're just kind of taking in the glitz and the glamour. This is like the most Toreador you've ever felt. This is this is like the place to be for a Toreador in Kern County. It's like, imagine if you're just dying of thirst, and this is the oasis of culture and class and high fashion. This is tonight. And then you're going to go back to the wandering land of Nod, just wandering, just going like, there's no beauty. There's no,
Savor it.
yeah, savor it.
Hell yeah.
He leaves. So does his cronies. It's getting pretty late. It's about 1:00. They're about to wrap up the event. This is like the afternoon for you guys. So, we could call it there, or we can continue. But otherwise, that's pretty much it.
It's 6:30 now. It's good time.
Yeah, it's good time. So, everything goes off without a hitch. No crazy shenanigans, except for the fact that there was a hunter that was hunting down the zombie master. That is Tony's character.
Can I
I
ask
knew
Deck
you were a
what-
zombie, you son of a bitch.
Can I ask Deck what the fuck happened or what they said?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, he said he was spying on the zombie master.
Who's that?
Apparently the producer over there.
Huh. Wow. How many people?
And I'm
do they
assuming
got?
there were definitely more than 2 people involved in this.
Yeah. This is not gonna go well for me.
And they were all either turtles or famous artists.
Alright. Well,
Oh, I
good
snatched his
party.
camera
Ooh.
though. Speaking of, time to go through this shit.
So the pictures are pretty much taken. There's like a special lens that is attached to it that like heighten contrasts. So it took a lot of pictures of you, Tony.
Uh
Took a lot of pictures of the producers. Took a picture of a bunch of girls.
This guy's a fucking.
And then there are other pictures that are also in the camera roll. You
What other
see,
pictures?
you see you see like a house that looks like it's crack infested, but you see a guy smoking a cigarette on the porch, and he looks very not blush of elf. He's very dead. He has sunken features, much like the people who are infected.
Do we recognize the house?
Give me a which streetwise.
I've got Streetwise.
Can I roll it since I'm next to him too, or no?
I mean, yeah, you're familiar enough with. Oh my god.
Jesus fuck. One.
Okay. Bless you.
Ew.
Um,
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's somewhere in. That's somewhere near Oildale, near the old Haven. The old S spot.
I need this picture.
And then there's another picture of. It looks like it's taken from a hilltop, but it's of Rio Bravo, and it's a picture of Betty's house. And then there's another picture of the car that you guys left that was abandoned, that was on fire. There's a picture. It definitely looks like the picture was taken very fast because it's kind of like shuttered, like it has like that edging where it wasn't taken still. It's like kind of like a quick
Blurred.
snap, like blurred. But it's the picture of the burned down car on the side of the road. And you see like police striping and taping and fire department putting out the fire, but they were there. And
This
then
is not good.
and then somewhere that you are very familiar with, Derek, and you are like you have to make a frenzy check when you see it.
Okay, what is it?
Is the Tehachapi Diner, the Red Barn, the pie?
Oh, son of a bitch.
So make a frenzy check.
What do I roll for frenzy?
Should be
just frenzy. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, tonight. Do not fuck me on this one.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, good God.
Jesus Christ, you got an exceptional. So normally I would just do this and be like, well, I'm gonna do it anyways, just because.
Those fucking mortals think they can just come in and go to our slots. Kill them.
We need to contact Archie.
This is
We're being hunted.
yeah, and apparently they love taking pictures of me.
Like, I'm not being hunted. Where's that bar? Or
It's
that
not a
diner?
bar. It's a diner. It's in Tehachapi.
It's in Tehachapi.
What's
It's
that?
one I used to go to.
No. So you both fucked up. Good to know.
Yeah, we both fucked up by getting spied on.
Yeah, by letting people know you ain't normal.
And Joy's like, hey, can we not fight about this?
I mean,
If
look,
anything,
I left the fucking city for this shit.
If anything, it's Tony's fault.
What?
I mean, she's right. You let him here.
I left
mean,
the fucking
ultimately.
town.
But this can't be Tony's fault because if they took a picture of this diner,
from what I understand, also from what I understand, it's Tony Sire's fault.
Wait a minute, when were you embraced?
A few months ago.
Yeah, they've been spying on us long before that.
Well, once again, they've been spying on you long before that.
Oh God, Deck.
So how did they find out about you is the question. Where does this all start? That's how we find them.
Each picture is actually timestamped. They're all pretty recent, like probably in the last month. So they've been doing some.
Wait, that diner picture is from a month ago?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't been there.
You haven't been
longer
there
than that.
Yeah, you haven't been there in ages.
Yeah. So this is like, why would they be targeting this then?
Joy's like, is Helen gonna be okay? We got to go up there.
Well, that's another reason to go to Tehachapi then.
Who's Helen?
The owner of that place.
It's Wyatt's retainer. Oh God. We got to go now. Let's go. And she's just like,
by the way, hair.
Oh, she just she just lets down her hair and she just pulls it and then she snaps it and the enchantment just goes away.
Don't do that in public ever again.
Oh yeah, breach of the masquerade. Hold out your hand.
Fuck you. And she just goes into her car.
That's all I was gonna do. I was just gonna go.
Oh man, this is all fucking bad.
We just find them. It ain't that hard. It's a bunch of idiot rednecks who've been following you around. Although, have you been to that place in Tehachapi?
Where? Exactly. I don't know what this place is.
No, you've never been there.
So we got to figure out how they found out about that place, because the rest of it comes back to you.
Unless they're trying to hunt down Wyatt.
Or other Toreador who was with you the night you were embraced.
There was Danny.
Yes.
Danny.
Yeah, there's Danny. I mean the local Toreador, Primogen, I guess, told us it was basically we had to skip town. And that's why I'm here. Because apparently Betty needed bodies. And we were said soldiers. So I guess they followed us all the way here. This is fantastic. I'm sure Betty will love to hear this. Let alone fucking...
Well, you haven't been to the Haven. You've been staying at the Coterie, but from when you check in, Betty hasn't been...
if they're taking pictures of the fucking, the
house?
Yeah.
I mean, they rolled in with flamethrowers.
That wasn't good.
Except these ones think you're a bunch of zombies, not vampires.
There's a difference.
Because they're an extra level of dumb.
Or they're mixing up their level of undead.
They're just an extra level of dumb. Anyway, we'll use the pictures. He's got to have something on here that'll lead us to them. So I'll go through these and see what I can find.
Okay.
Meet up, same time, same bat time, same bat channel.
Should I hit up Luna? It seems like a sheriff.
Yeah. That's why I was saying we should probably call a meeting with Archie. And
this isn't an Archie level problem.
Archie doesn't give a shit.
But the problem is we don't know how many hunters there are.
4.
This could just be a small group. Or a reconnaissance group.
It's definitely a small group. It's a bunch of rednecks. Look, and they had 2 guys here? No weapons.
All that we saw.
Found.
Okay, no weapons. They think these
not
Hollywood
that
execs are trying to normalize zombies. These are tinfoil wearing, nobody cares about them level of, hunters who just happen to stumble onto a couple of things. So we have to find them, find out how they did the stumbling, and make sure that doesn't get out to anybody else. But we don't start that by running off like chickens with our head between our legs to a whole bunch of other people, especially if we know that they're tailing you guys and looking for connections. So
lay low, basically.
Well, I'm going to Tehachapi, and I'm going to see if Helen's safe.
Yes, you and Deck should go to Tehachapi. Keep an eye out for anybody tailing you or anybody taking pictures of the diner. I we'll drive around a bit with him and see if anybody tries to like tail us or follow us.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we should probably check the vehicles for any kind of tracking device.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good idea.
We don't know if the valet was one of them.
Yeah, we don't know who is and who is not part of their little thing and what all they have planned. And once again, we find out who these guys are and we take care of them.
Wow, what a great party. I mean, you guys are welcome, right?
Hey, we can make some money off this. Money is good. Connecting
Yes.
ourselves to the financial world through a indecipherable host of LLCs and incorporateds and stock holding companies. Good.
Mhm.
So this is a good place to start.
Mm-hmm.
And it revealed the fact that these guys are specifically after you, but it also know about old Tremere crap in Tehachapi.
Hmm.
Well, I hope you're right, because if we find out mortals have been killing any other kindred,
Like I said, we have to take care of this problem.
Well, I mean,
They
I
could
was
have.
mass embraced.
They could
So-
have. There might be other missing kindred. We don't know what's important. What's important is not that these hunters exist. It's that they know actual stuff about people. We have to find out how they know it and make sure that that source gets plugged. That's the goal. Right? Because this isn't him just screwing up. It was him just screwing up. They'd only know about places he or the other Toreador had been.
all right.
All right, hands in. Break.
Okay. As you're heading to your car,
Yeah.
Dan, you
Mhm.
see Joy there. Kind of
Joy?
Yeah, Joy's waiting,
Okay.
and she's like, "You said something about missing kindred. I
Yeah.
may have overheard what you and Nicholas were talking about."
You got a way to find this guy?
No, but are these hunters connected to the soil, or are they
I don't-
connected?
I don't know.
That's all we fucking
okay.
need.
Here's what I know for sure. These guys witnessed an event where a crazy Toreador mass embraced.
Mm-hmm.
They tracked him, who is one of those Toreador who was mass embraced, and possibly Danny. I don't know how long they've been following him. I don't know how they track them. That waiter seemed surprised to see him here since he took off running when he spotted him. They think these Hollywood guys were normalizing undead because they want a zombie show. So they aren't that bright and their information isn't exact. But if they have been following the Toreador, that may have led them to the soil.
But what does that have to do with the missing Bruja?
Probably nothing. To be honest, those are probably two separate cases, except that whoever is feeding them information might be connected.
I'm just worried.
Saying if the Sabbat, we also know the Sabbat have some weird thing with gardens and flowers and murdering children and burying them in horrible locations. So they might be using these guys as a distraction.
Okay. Well, I'm leaving. I just wanted to make sure that if you're just kind of piecing the puzzle together.
Yeah, well, that's my job.
It's my sensei, bro.
But we got to find all the pieces.
She wishes you good night, and then she gets in her car and drives off.
All right.
All right. And so with that,
That wasn't suspicious at all, right? I'm not being a paranoid Ventru. That was suspicious. Okay.
We talked about your ability, Dan. We talked about your ability, which we'll discuss after the show wrap up. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us this evening. Thank you to my players for showing up. You guys will be awarded the amount of XP. So
Dude,
2 XP.
I'm not a player. I just fuck on. 2 XP. It's 639, bro. Round up.
Round up. Damn. It's 6. I have 2:30 is the total stream time. So whatever. Anyways, if you want, we do a post-show wrap-up where we talk about all the crazy shenanigans that happened in the episodes, some comments, questions, concerns. How you can get access to those episodes is go into the Patreon. Go to Out of Order Show, Patreon. It's right there in chat. Go check it out. $1 gets you the post-wrap-up stuff. $5 gives you exclusive access to the one-on-one, which I did a recording last night with our female player, Heather, which kind of explains a lot of what's going on in the background that they don't know. But go check that out. Also, we have a bunch of emotes that are going to be coming. I might do like a community poll on the Discord to see what we want as far as some emotes for the channel. We do have like a heart emote pending. So go ahead. If you want, subscribe to the channel. Use Twitch Prime. If Amazon Prime, you know the whole spiel. Anywho. Thank you so much for hanging out.
We mentioned Amazon Prime gives you a free channel subscription.
It gives you a free channel subscription, including all the emotes that I'm about to be releasing soon. Anywho, thank you guys so much. We will see you all next week. So until then, be good to one another. And peace. Forever.